Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the Tobago Update Sports section. Friday, my name is Kerry Porter. Marcus Daniel is virtual somewhere. He hasn't told me where he is, but he's around. So now we have a young man that I'm so proud of that has been following for quite some time in the football arena, Mr. Jahron Alfred. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. One change there. It's cricket, not football.
It's cricket, yes, cricket. And my mind is so on football.
Yeah.
Marcus?
One Alfred to the other, so it's understandable.
Exactly. Tell me, who's Jahron?
Who's Jahron Alfred? Just a guy from the east end of Tobago, Roxborough originally, but I live in Belgrade now. Just very humble guy who knows what he needs to do in order to get where he needs to be. So that's the guy that you're meeting at the moment.
Marcus, you there? Well, yes.
Yes. But I like the correction. Jahron. I didn't know we're talking cricket, not football. We're talking the best sport in the world.
I beg to differ.
Yeah. And Jahron, of course, let me first congratulate you based on what I saw on social media. You would have had what I deem, or I think you will deem as well, as a successful first season in the UK. I would have had the opportunity to play in the UK as well. I played in the Essex League, that's in London. So, of course, tell the viewers, how you enjoyed your time there. What were the achievements, the highlights, the lows, and all these different things?
Marcus, I think we played in the same league, if I'm not mistaken,
Right.
the same Essex League, but probably a division a bit higher. First of all, the experience at HACC was excellent. They made me feel at home. The grounds were utterly amazing. The people there treated you like family, You wanted to go and play cricket. And that's the environment that you would want any young cricketer or aspiring cricketer to be there. To say, okay, I went to the UK and I had this very good experience, and I'm coming back on such a great experience. It is something that you probably dream about. Yeah? My time there playing the SSC, there were a few games where it rained and you had to play during the rain, like not just a drizzle. It was an actual downpour.
Wow.
Yeah. So
how did that work?
Well, the umpires didn't call the game off, to be honest. So you just continued to play until they said, all right, it's time to come off. And none of the games stopped for any very lengthy period of time, probably a 5 minutes to come on, come off, stuff like that. And the game just continued to play. So I had games where I was running up to bowl and the rain was in my eyes. And it's going down.
Wasn't the ball slippery?
Surprisingly, it wasn't that bad. Yeah. And the pitch itself didn't get affected much. So I think one of the hardest things is to bat in the rain or bat with the drizzle on your helmet coming down that drip. Other than that, the experience was good. You see things there that you would like to see back home in terms of how the cricket is played, the intensity, the professionalism, stuff like that. And you tell yourself, okay, how can I, as a cricketer coming from such a small island, come back with some experience to impart on the ones and then back home? And I've told myself, leaving the UK or leaving that Hornchurch club, that I needed to tick 2 boxes, and one of them was to actually get the team promoted, and the other one is to say that I've been to Lords to watch a game of cricket, and I've ticked both boxes, leaving the UK. And Marcus, you would be impressed with what they have in store in the Lords dressing rooms and stuff like that. And there's a hall dedicated to the West Indies, which is something that I think that you would admire a lot, or any cricketer for that aspect. So, yeah.
How did you make this connection, this link?
I got a call from Coach Brian Brown, to be honest.
Morning, Brian.
And he was the one responsible for this experience. And I've told him time again, every time I see him, I try to remind him that I'm so grateful for the opportunity, just for considering me for something like this. All right. And making him proud, but not just making him proud, I'm hoping that I've made Tobago proud on top of that. So I think that I probably tick that box as well when it comes to that encouragement to do good and stuff like that. So yeah.
and yeah, it's always a wonderful experience going out there, rubbing shoulders with persons you haven't met in your entire life, and to get to playing cricket and to understand the culture of the team and the culture of the UK, how they think and how they play their cricket is an experience. And I'm happy that you got that experience. And I'm hoping that other young players in Tobago will get that experience, because then you get to understand there's much more than just playing in Tobago where you show up and the gong isn't prepared, and then you have to pull the covers for yourself, and then all this craziness, and then you get out there and it's like a whole culture shock to you, and that there's a professional environment. No matter what division you play in, there's a professional environment. The home team will bring tea here, and you bring public drinks there. Then when you're finished, you're gonna have a beer or two, and that's why it's called the gentleman's game. So John, are you planning on returning with the same club, or are you gonna go up to a different level?
We're in conversations at the moment, considering that they just got promoted to a higher division, and the competition itself is going to be a bit tougher. I'm always up for new challenges, so it's in the pipeline at the moment whether or not I'm going to go back or whether I'm going to move on to something else. In cricket-wise, in terms of expanding my career, probably outside of the UK or outside of the US. So yeah.
Yeah.
I know
Yes.
we.
And-
All right, go ahead,
Go ahead.
Marcus.
Yeah, and in terms of your personal outlook as a cricketer, I mean, where is your mind at? You still believe that you can don the red, white, and black at the senior level?
Marcus, my body is as good as anyone that I see playing the game at the moment. And to say that I'm not considering playing for Trinidad and Tobago would be a crime. I always aspired to play for Trinidad and Tobago. It's been a dream of mine since I was wee big, watching some of the older guys. I've been around the setup for a long time, probably not there at the moment for whatever reason. But I'm still willing to make that sacrifice if I am called upon to play for Trinidad and Tobago.
Yeah, fantastic.
So compared to cricket in Tobago, explain what's the difference. I know we have some very good cricketers.
No, we have some excellent cricketers, to be honest, but there is a clear gap in terms of the actual game. The players, they would be individual players or 2 or 3 players on a senior team in Tobago domestic cricket that is going to come and perform. When you're there, the guys up there in the UK, those guys, you'll have 9 and 10 of those 11 guys are tough guys, tough competitors coming out there doing the absolute best in order to get you out, in order to make runs. So there's a little bit more, not just professionalism, but hunger to play the game in the UK. Given that there's so much of them playing, you would think that they would be a little bit, lethargic, or say, I'm just coming to have a game, or coming out sake. No, these guys come out every weekend, hungry for it, playing you as if it's the last thing that they have to do in this earth. So it's really nice to see that if that sort of hunger for the game is shown by cricketers in Trinidad and Tobago, well, just Tobago, to be honest. Most of the guys in Tobago, you'll see a drastic increase in the level of competitiveness that is going to happen in the game in Tobago.
Yeah, and John, in terms of this, obviously, I can't let you go without telling the viewers or telling the public about your numbers, because I saw you put the stats up with your hundreds and your 50s, and I saw you got is that a plaque for the player of the season?
Yeah, I got player of the season from Howard Church Athletics. That was the team I played for. If I'm not mistaken, I was probably about 6th on the Essex League in terms of runs, and also 6th when it comes to the bowlers in the whole of the Essex League. So yeah.
Right. Fantastic. I mean, what's next for Jahron Alfred? I know that you guys you're part of a new dispensation in Tobago, Tobago Gladiators, of which CMB United we're gonna come stronger next year for you guys. Yeah. But I'm proud to say that we shared the 40-over title this year. Thanks to the Almighty, yeah. So what's next for Jahron Alfred?
I have some stuff planned in terms of coaching, because I think I have a passion for it, not just playing the game anymore. So I've set my sights on doing some coaching. And in terms of Bago Gladiators, well, we're always looking for ways to improve the club as it's a
Yeah.
new club, and it's not something that we start this year and we're going to say we're going to forget about it next year. So we want to get bigger and better every year. So our preseason has started. Let's put that out there for the CMB supporters. Yeah. Right. So the preseason has started, so we're just there looking to groom the younger players in the team right now and making sure that the team is in the correct space in order to play the game next year.
So
Well,
from your
I'm sorry.
stint, what would you say was your greatest lesson learned?
One of the greatest lessons learned while on tour this year. It's okay to fail. So there were games that I thought I didn't contribute enough. Like I didn't put my best effort there, or I didn't get the best out of whatever I did that day. And it's okay, because if I did not fail, or I did perform on that day, I would not learn any lessons in order to go forward. So all the games on them I would have failed, or getting out probably in the 90s, getting out probably 50-yard, 40-yard dock. Every time I didn't hit a landmark or stuff like that, I went back to the drawing board and I went back to the basics, things that needed to be done in order to be better for the next game.
Right.
So one major take back is it's okay to fail. Failing teaches you. Failure always makes you a better player.
Yes, and John, you felt pressured at all, like being the overseas player, because I'm telling you, that's what they call you, overseas.
Playing cricket in Trinidad, Marcus, you learn
Yeah.
to get a lot of talk, learn to take talk. So
Yeah.
going to a foreign country and listening to some of the banter that they give you, it's a bit comical if you're batting. So it really, I was not fazed by that, the whole conversations they were having outside of everything that was happening. So I like I said, the people at Hornchurch made me feel so comfortable. I didn't feel like an overseas player. I felt like I was a part of the family. So whether I fail, whether I didn't fail, they still treated me the same way. And that's very good, that on their behalf as well.
Were you the only overseas player?
Yes, I was. I was the only overseas player.
Yeah. And you got an opportunity to see part of the country as well.
Yeah, yes, I did. London is a huge place. So to be honest, when I just got there, I didn't go out much because I was afraid of being alone or traveling alone and stuff like that. And when I did build up the courage to start using the train and go to London, it really was an eye-opening experience, because you see things there that probably you dream about. Like I said, you see buildings. I went to a building that was like 100 feet in the air, which is ridiculous. That was I mean, when you look down, you're saying, okay, if it is that something happens up here, that's the end of you.
That's it.
Yeah. But I saw a lot of statues, went to a lot of amusement parks, so it really was a good experience going through the motions there. One thing though, there's a Caribbean section called the Borough Day that I think every Caribbean person should really try to visit if they actually go to London. So that it really was a good experience. Yeah.
I surprised when I asked you what's next for you. Did not mention the Tobago Windball Cricket League.
I know you was going to ask something like that. Roxborough Gunners is always on board for all of your competitions. Mind you, all the setbacks that you may try to give us in terms of your rules and regulations. We will always show up at your tournament, and we're looking forward to it 110%.
Fantastic. I mean, Porter.
Well, Jahron, that's it. Thank you so much for coming on our show, and we wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
It's been my absolute pleasure, man. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Yes, man.
All right, guys, so this is where we have to wrap it.